Hi guys, Righteous Raymond here, back again with another powerful and important dose of truth for the day. This is for the ladies again. Of course, men can always get something out of every last one of my videos, but this is me talking to the ladies, but the men probably should definitely be watching in case these men have some of these issues, okay? So today's video is about why it's so hard to leave your ab user. Why is it so difficult to leave your ab user? When you see women telling their story times on social media, whether it's on a television show or YouTube or TikTok, you hear them talking about how they first met their partner, everything was great, it was beautiful, it was love bombing, it was romance and finance, and there's really good quality kind men, these masks on. They had masks on. They had such charisma and personality, and it was just great. And then all of a sudden, the men just had a turn, and the women are just left confused. Like, I don't understand what happened. Like, everything was going so good. Like, what happened? We're going to talk about that today and how that is all a part of the plan. That's the point. That's the whole plan. That's the whole point. Okay. So I've been watching different women's videos on YouTube and TikTok today, and actually the past few days, and I want to share with you all this roller coaster of love, a roller coaster of love. Okay. So when you first meet the ab user, this is a high. I had to write it backwards because on TikTok everything goes backwards. So this is the high. Okay. You're up high. Everything's going great. You know, flowers, dates, phone calls, text messages, all the things, pet names. And then maybe, like, let's just say it can be as early as 3 weeks in. It can be 3 months in. It can even be 3 years in. But out of nowhere, something happens. A drop into the lows. He may scream at you. Like, he may curse you out. He may raise his fist at you. He may even push you against the wall. He may snatch your arm and you're out, and he sees you talking to your male coworker a little too long. So a low happens, and you're stunned. You're like, oh my gosh, like, what happened? He was such like a Prince Charming in the beginning. Well, so, you go down, and then he notices that this terrified look in your eyes, like, I'm terrified, what's going on? So, oh my gosh, my mask just slipped. My mask just slipped. I gotta put my mask back on. Look. So he puts the mask back on and say, oh babe, I'm so sorry. I had drank too much, or I had a flashback, And so he goes back up to the high again. He's back and nice. The mask is back on. I'm happy. I'm nice. So he's going back to the flowers and the apologizes. It never happened again. I love you so much. Whoop de whoop. Then, let's say 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks later, doom. Notice the low is a little lower than last time. This say he don't just push you against the wall. You cross your face and you hit the wall. You slide down the wall, okay? Then he notices that you look terrified again, and you're like, what's going on here? So he admits, I'm sorry. You need anything? I do anything you need me to do. So just say he pays your rent or something like this. So he gets you back up high again, right? Takes you on a vacation, okay? Your birthday weekend, takes you on vacation, buys you whatever you want. Then, let's say on your vacation, you pick a swimsuit, and a lot of men are looking at you, complimenting you in the Bahamas. Doom. Drop happens again, back to the lows. He wears you out. It's getting lower and lower. He this time he puts his fist. He's pummeling you, fist after fist after fist. And then, so you're like, oh my gosh, like, he's losing it. So let's say you take a few days for yourself. You kind of move out of his apartment, and you go back to your apartment, and you take a few weeks off, and you miss him, and he's apologizing, and he's telling you that he's going to go to therapy, he's going to counseling, he's going to get some help. He went to church, and he got a deliverance service, and they prayed for him, and he went on the altar call, and he got saved. And so you get back to him. And notice the highest ever been. This is the highest ever been. He's holding his fingers. He's white knuckling. You ever heard white knuckling? That's when people who are Caucasian, like when they hold something really tight, their knuckles, all the blood leaves their knuckles, and so their knuckles turn white. So that means doing everything they can, holding on real tight to not hurt you again. He's white knuckling his ab use, okay? So he's white knuckling, he's pretending to be a Christian, and then he gets a little too much alcohol, and then he wants to go through your cell phone when you're sleeping, and he sees your ex-boyfriend's been texting you. Doom. He got you in the house. He won't let you at the house. He is like, he's been whipping you left and right, up and down. He's been doing very cruel things to you, which I would not say on TikTok. He's been just doing awful things to you, keeping you hostage for hours. Okay, want to shoot your cell phone, want to call the police, and then you go back up and you're like, I'm out of here. I am out of here. This is the last straw. You sneak out when he goes to work. You go to a shelter. You go to your cousin who's 5 hours away, and you're doing really good. He's texting you, I'm sorry, I'm doing good. He's just checking on you, bringing you stuff to your job, bringing you flowers. And you said, well, I think he's changed. He's been going to therapy, and then he goes even worse. And you're like, okay, nah, this is over. I'm sorry, this is over. He held a pew to my head. He threatened to the throat of my favorite pet, my cat, my dog. He threatened that he would, my family, my mom, my brothers, and I am done. I'm done. You go away for a few weeks, whatever, and you see him like a year later, and he's like, hey, let's go out to dinner, let's go out to eat. You get back with them, and that's the last drop. You're gone. This is just one example of how this abuse, I say it differently because I don't know if TikTok flags certain words. This is how abuse can sometimes happen. There's highs and lows and highs and lows. Now, the entire intent is to get you here. The man is a predator the entire time. He's never a good guy. This is always an act. He wants to, he's an unaliver. He's a predator. He's a bad character, okay? But he enjoys seeing you in pain. He enjoys seeing the tears and the bruises on your face. He enjoys seeing you cry and cower in fear. He enjoys watching you, become a shell of yourself and to be a shadow of who you once were. When he met you, you was bright and shiny and you were just beautiful and glowing and all the things and had friends and family. And he said, I don't like to see her happy. Her being happy brings me great dissatisfaction. So he begins to separate you from your family and friends, and he causes a sinister job, you lose your job, and he ruins your credit, and he destroys the apartment you were living in. So your credit, is ruined. We have to get out your apartment, and then he maybe even have you do some. You may have to do some jail time behind him having you pinning stuff on you and planning stuff on you and saying that it was your possessions, your material. And he just hates to see you happy. When you're happy, it brings him discomfort. Y'all ever had a friend who's a hater? Like every time you got like a new job or promotion or started a business or got a new relationship, she got real. Her face would just kind of be like this right here. That's how the abuser feels about you all the time. That's how your hating fake, your predator, your abuser. That's how he feels about you the entire time. Every time you have good news, or you smile, or you laugh, or you say, my dad took me out to dinner, my mom sent me a birthday card, my best friend, she's taking me out to on a girls' night, we have a good time. Every time you're happy, it makes him disgusted. Every time you hurt, he's happy. You notice that? Every time you're sad or sullen, he's happy. And every time you're happy, he's mad. Because he's a demon. You see, he's a demon. I didn't tell you that part. He's a demon. He's a demon, or he's housing a demon. And the demon in him hates the happiness in you. Okay? So every time you're happy, every time you're good, he wants to bring you down. He wants to see more sadness. Now, if he were low all the time, you would never give me your phone number. You would have broke up with him the first date. He has to pretend to be a good character so he can see you unhappy, 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 so he can see you unalived. So don't fall for the mask and the love bombing and the gifts and the vacations and the trips. And sometimes a lot of the time when it comes to love bombing, it's all an act to get you on this roller coaster. Because when you be down here, first thing you're thinking about is, it was so good up here. I want to get him back to those other days. He was so nice. I'm gonna get him back to the romantic, to the cuddles, to the vacations, I want to get back up here. These were all fake. These highs were all fabricated. They were all illusions. This was the real point of him giving it to you. These were all illusions. These are not real. He did not really get saved. He did not go to counseling. He did not get clean. He was using these highs to get you lower. It's a thrill of seeing you get lower and lower. It's exciting him to see how low you can get. And you go back to him, he will eventually unalive you. He will eventually unalive you unless you get out and get help. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.